have that strap because that strap helps you, especially when we have our leg up in the air or you need that little extra support in your stretch. And then what you just go ahead and listen to your body. Every day we wake up, it's a different energy in our body. Our knees might be tight, so we might need to open those legs here. Our thighs, calves are all so different when we wake up. So let's bring some awareness to that knee. Just kind of roll it around. I just bring blood flow as I roll into that area. And then I'm just going to come up my thigh. And I'm just going to kind of pat out my thigh and my inner thigh. This brings a lot of blood flow into the areas of your legs. So down your inner calf, outer calf, on the shins itself, around your knees, and then all the way up to your belly. Give it a nice tap, 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 bringing awareness right into your internal organs. And then all the way up to your collarbone, clap, 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 right into those lymphatic glands, all the way out to your armpits if you can. And so we're going to come across our hands to get down our whole arm, all the way back to our collarbone, down to the dantian, the belly, all the way out to the hips, and then right back down to the thighs, inner thigh, outer thigh, and then take a nice deep breath in and lift all the way up. Feel that tingling of energy moving through the hands, down the arms, down the shoulders. Can you just roll those arms up to the sky as you are sitting tall? Try to sit taller. Try not leaning back. So if you need more support, put a blanket underneath your sacrum to help elevate your body. So we're just swaying our rib cage side to side, lifting all the way up and up, getting those ribs to sway. And then I'm going to take my arm and just reach it over to the side. My legs are out in front of me, and I want to try to lift my hip up all the way so the left hip moves to the right and the right moves to the left. All the way up. Let those hips start to loosen up and release. Try to lift your chest taller. Try to lift those ribs up. Oh, 2 more. And 1 more. And relax that energy. And then sit any comfortable position. Cross-leg, soles of your feet together, legs can still be in front of you. And we're just going to relax again. Slowly roll the spine, but listen to your joints. My knees are a big factor in crossing my legs and circling like this. If I feel pressure here in my knees, I need to bring those legs straighter out in front of me. Let's start to quiet our mind. Let the mind start to relax. Let your breath flow a little bit longer and deeper in through the body. Feeling every part of that breath moving in and around with your movement. Let's reverse that movement, listening to our hips, to our low back, to the knees. Take that breath in and out. And then start again moving the ribs, this time with your hands down. Can you shrug the shoulders right up to your ears, expanding the ribs to the left and to the right. Let your breath move with this energy. Now I want to sit taller in my spine, so I'm going to really lift that heart up. Draw the shoulders down to the ribs. Lift and puff that chest up. Breathe in. As I exhale, I'm going to capture my shins, and I'm going to round that back, completely pulling the belly deeper to my spine. Try to feel the shoulders, scapula pressing forward, as though your shoulders were wrapping to the wall in front of you. And then breathe in, look up. Exhale and roll. Breathe and look up. Warming up that spine. Exhale and roll. Take your legs and just release the soles of your feet together. And we're going to shift right to left, and we're going to lift that arm up again like we did in the beginning. Just lift tall. Let your hips lift. Think of your feet as an open clam. The soles of your feet stay together. The knees are out wide, and I lift the left hip up, and I lift the right hip up as we move side to side, all the way up. Now I'm going to bring both legs to the left side. I'm going to bring my right hand behind me. And I'm going to puff the chest up and look over that right shoulder. Let that low back stretch. Let those hips stretch. Keep lifting the chest up. Let that breath flow. And then when you're ready, let's go to the other side. My left hand stays back. I lift the chest up. And I look over that left shoulder. I draw the left shoulder back as the chest continues to puff up to the sky, breathing long and deep. And then I'm going to come back to the center, bringing the soles of my feet together. Bring the elbows to the front of those shins and let those legs just plop. Let them plop. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Try to release that energy as your legs are plopping out. Let that breath continue to flow with clarity, moving longer and deeper through the body. And then I'm just going to take and interlock my hands and lift all the way up, bringing the elbows close to my ears. I press back, opening up the chest, the shoulders. Then I'm going to open up the arms and press back as far as I can, squeezing the scapula together, shoulder blades pressed together. Breathe long and deep. And then bring your hands to your knees, capture your knees, and again, one more time, roll your spine back. Let your shoulders wrap forward. Pull your belly deeper to your spine. And then release the arms to the earth. Lift your chest up. Come right on top of your sit bones. Try to bring your scapula together. My fingers can face the outside, or they can face directly towards my hips. So it's really where your arms feel most comfortable. Can you draw your shoulder blades together? Can you squeeze the scapula together? Lifting the chest up. We're going to lift the hips up to a reverse tabletop, but if you don't want to do that, keep your hips right on the floor. It's okay to go wherever you need to go. Try to squeeze the buttock muscles, draw the shoulder blades together, keep puffing the chest up and breathing long and deep. And release that energy. Sit down, bring the soles of your feet together, hands come forward, let your legs just plop out. We're going to do that again. Interlock your hands, lift all the way up, draw those elbows to your ears. Pull the arms back as far as you can. Draw the ribs down and together. Let your breath flow long and deep. Open up your arms all the way off to the side. Keep pressing back with energy. Bring your knees together. Round your back. Draw the chin to your chest. Let the shoulder blades press forward. Feel the scapula opening up. And the next breath you take, bring your hands to the floor behind your hip. Stretch your arms out completely. Feel that energy in those arms. Now sit taller on your sit bones. Lift your belly up as though a string is pulling that belly higher to the sky. Pull that chest up. Draw the shoulder blades down and together. And at this point, you can come up or stay down, your choice. Keep pulling that belly in, lifting those hips up as high as you can. Keep drawing the scapula together and breathe. Let that breath flow. And then sit right back down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your shoulders relax. Let your arms relax. Relax your neck, your shoulders, and breathe. And exhale. And then on the next breath, just roll that spine up. Hold on to the shins and lift the chest taller. Draw the shoulders down and really feel that extension of the spine out the crown of your head. Try to really feel that back straightening out, sitting taller on your sit bones. And then release both hands to the right side. I'm going to swing my legs back all the way to tabletop. And in here, I'm going to let the belly drop and look up on the breath. As I exhale, I'm going to tuck my tailbone under, pulling the belly deeper to my spine, letting my spine really relax and open up. Again, let the belly drop. Look up on the breath. Lift your sacrum a little taller to the sky. And can you keep those shoulders pressing down to the ribs and let those elbows rotate in so that you have a very strong arm. Take that another breath all the way in, full inhalation. As you exhale, roll the spine, tucking the chin in. Keep your toes pointed. We're going to come all the way down through that rounded spine. And then we're going to look up on the breath. All the way up. Keep your hands out, way out in front of you. And again, roll down. On the next roll, we're coming up. Roll up on the breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Draw those elbows deep to your rib cage. Keep the shoulders down. Now look up on the breath. Exhale and roll your spine down. Again, lift up on the breath. Exhale, chaturanga. All the way down. Breathe, lift up. Exhale and roll. This is a spine roll. One more time, breathe in. Exhale down to the earth, and we're staying down this time. We're going to bring our elbows out in front of us. Draw the shoulders deeper to the rib cage. Try to soften your toes, soften your thighs, soften your hips, soften your buttock muscle, and let your low back relax completely. Let it relax. Keep the shoulders down and look straight ahead. Look straight ahead. Try to soften the low back. Try to relax, and if this is too much in your back at this point, you can come a little bit lower. I could come down to my elbows. Just release the energy surrounding the low back. This is the most important thing, is letting go of that back. Take a deep inhalation. A long exhalation. We're going to look over our left shoulder in this energy. Let your whole body twist as though you can look clear down past your left hip towards your left toes. On the next breath, look up. Exhale over the right shoulder. Try to look at your hips, your toes. And then look up on the breath. And then exhale all the way down. Look towards the right, resting your head on your hands, palm upon palm. Take your left foot and just bend it back and forth, letting that quad loosen up. Just the foot, just the foot. Let your body completely rest. Now the most important thing laying on your belly is to tuck your tailbone under. Try to keep your hip bones and your tailbone flat on the earth. Pull your belly up to the spine and try to keep a neutral spine while you're on your belly. I'm going to swing back and capture my foot with my hand, but I could also capture the foot with a strap. So I can put that strap right on my foot and capture it. I'm going to draw that heel deeper to my buttocks without tilting my pelvic bone up to the sky. So keep the pelvic bone down. Tuck the tailbone under. Keep that spine neutral. Don't let it sag. Keep pulling the belly right up to the spine. Draw the knee deeper into the earth, the eye of the knee, as the pelvic bone presses deeper to the earth. And then breathe. Bring your attention and awareness back to your breath. Now I'm going to just take that same foot and just kind of move it back as I reach out with my hand, and I can stay low. It doesn't matter how high I come, but this foot is pulling to the wall behind me. My shoulder blade is being pulled back with it. And again, please have that strap on the foot if you need that extra little extension. Now I'm going to rock myself up any amount. So I rock, but I also slide the right hand back more until I find I can't come up any higher. And that's my energy right here. Breathe. Keep pulling that foot back. Draw the shoulder scapula back with it. And relax, relax, relax. Wiggle your legs back and forth. Let them flip side to side. Try to relax your low back. Try to relax your hips and your thighs. Listen to your body. Relax your neck all the way down to the earth. And then curl those toes under. Bring your hands by your rib cage. Roll your spine all the way up and into child's pose. Let your low back rest for a moment, because when we lay on our belly, there's a strain in that low back because it sags down. That's why it's very important to keep your pelvic bone tucked under, scooping the belly in and keeping that spine neutral. Now we're going to put our hands way out in front of us, roll all the way up again. Let the belly drop, look up on the breath. Exhale, roll that spine. And then drop down to the earth. Breathe in and roll up. Look upwards to the sky, all the way up. Let your pelvic bone drop and sink through the hips down to the earth. Roll up on the breath. Exhale, look up and release down on an exhalation. One more time, breathe in, look up, roll up. And then look to the sky, drop down. And stay where you are, just stay where you are. I'm going to turn my whole body because you cannot see the back side of my body, so I'm just going to turn around. We're going to go to the other leg, and we're going to come all the way back to the earth, all the way down. I'm going to take my hands and place them palm upon palm and look to the right side. So I'm looking and resting my head on my hands. I'm going to take my right leg and pull it up and back. Just warming up that quad before I capture it. Now, just to show you how you can put that strap on, you take your strap. Oh, my strap's back there. You take your strap and you place it on your right foot. So I just come here, I capture the foot, I place it on my foot, and I pull it down towards my buttocks. So you guys saw how I did that. I made the shortest little distance to capture my foot. Then I came back down to this position. Pull that heel deeper to the buttocks. So that strap is a wonderful help. It really helps you a lot with extension. It makes a longer arm. Pull that heel as deep to your buttocks as you can. Tuck the tailbone under. Scoop the belly deeper to your spine, creating a nice neutral spine. And then on the next breath, I want you to look straight ahead. Extend that left hand out this time. We're going to rock our energy and pull ourselves up any amount, drawing those shoulders down to the ribs. Pull that foot back with power and awareness, and let your breath flow long and deep. Exhale that air. And relax down. Release the energy. Plant your hands. Curl your toes under. Come all the way up into a cobra. Exhale. And roll into child's pose. All the way. Can this time you shift your hips back and forth. And if your knees hurt, keep your hips up higher. Don't let those hips drop all the way to the earth if I have a knee issue. Make sure my hips are tall, tall. So when we go down, it puts more strain on the knee. If you have an issue, it can hurt. So make sure those hips are tall. Relax your head, relax your neck. And then roll the spine all the way back up. We're going to come down to our elbows. We're going to come right up into our legs. We're going to walk one heel at a time towards the earth. Now, if you know that you can come up into downward dog, then please come into a full downward dog. So I bring my hands out in front and I lift up taller. And I walk one heel at a time towards the earth. One heel. With the awareness that I do not have to drop that heel all the way to the earth, that I'm going to go as far as I choose to, learning to listen to my body and respect that energy deep within. So you can be on your elbows, you can be on your hands. You can rest anytime you choose to. You just drop to your knees and you go into that child's pose that we were just in. Child's pose is your friend. It helps you. And then bend both knees. Draw your body deeper through those arms. So I could be here where I bend my knees and I push my body deeper through those arms with my hips up high and my knees bent and my elbows down. So I have that choice, again, to be on those knees and be on those hands. Elbows, I mean. Take a deep breath in. Exhale that air. And then we're going to stretch those legs out. Look at your hands. Draw your right leg down. Draw your left leg down. Separate your legs. I'm just going to show you. Separate your legs as wide as you can. And drop down into child's pose with a really wide leg. Shift your ribs left to right. Shift left to right. Let it go. And then I want you to roll your spine up. And again, keep your hips up higher if you feel this in your knees. We're going to take our right hand, come across to the left side, and drop down into your right shoulder scapula. Can you lift your elbow up as the armpit and rib drop to the earth? Let your head rest on the crook of your right arm. Now use your left hand as a lever to push into your ribs, opening up the lats, the the shoulder, the upper scapula, the upper back. Breathe long and deep. Relax into the breath. And then roll the spine up. Let the shoulders shrug. Come up with your hips. Shoulders, shoulders, shrug, shrug. Sit right back down. Take your left hand all the way to the right side of the body. We're going to drop down into our left armpit, left rib. My head drops into the crook of that left arm. I use my right arm as a lever to push deeper into that armpit rib. The left elbow rises to the sky as the armpit drops to the earth. There's power in that arm. Take that deeper breath in, that longer exhalation out. And listen to the body, listen to that energy. And then roll the spine up, roll it up, walk up, bring your knees together, wiggle your shoulders, wiggle your ribs, let them go. And then curl those toes under again, and I'm going to go back to the side, curl those toes under and come right up into downward dog. Let yourself completely rest here. Again, walk one heel at a time towards the earth. Just let your relax into your calves, your Achilles tendon. Let that breath flow long and deep. Remember, you can come down to your elbows and you can be on your knees. Anything that you choose for your body. Now I'm going to take and bend both legs, and I'm going to bring my right leg up to the sky. I'm going to circle the ankle, and I want to show you what this looks like here. You're on your knees and your elbow, and I lift that leg up and I circle. So you could be in downward dog, or you could be here. This is always an option, always. Reverse that circle, reverse. So where you are makes a huge difference in your body and how you react to stretching. Be comfortable in your body. Now I'm just going to take that leg and pulse it up, just a pulse, a pulse. Taking that leg down, swing it, lift it up, swing, lift it up. 2 more. Remember, you can be on those elbows and that knee. Hold it up, hold it up. Now we're going to swing this leg right down to a pigeon pose. Stay where you are, and I'm going to show you the pigeon pose. Now often, people bring that heel clear down to this hip, but what I want you to do is take this foot and create a line. From the ankle to the knee, there's a straight line. If you have a knee issue, this protects your knee. So right here, I want you to make sure it's straight. So the back hip does not have to touch the earth. It can be off the earth, but I definitely want that long line of energy. Then I try to rock my body left to right. How much movement do you have in that body? You can always soften your back leg, keep it soft and bent, or you can stretch that back leg out. You have a choice. Let yourself rock, rock, rock. Now from here, I am going to try to bring my body a little bit lower to the earth, drawing my elbows down to the earth if I can, but if not, you guys have that blanket that I asked you to get, or a pillow, and this blanket can be any height. I can really make it tall, And I drop the elbow down into the blanket just to keep my body a little taller. So you have a choice. Tall, keep your body a little taller, or drop yourself a little lower to the earth. Now wherever you are, can you rest your head down on your forearm, down to the earth, on the blanket? Let yourself rest completely. Take that deeper breath. Feel the lungs expanding with each breath. Feel the ribs get wider with each breath. And then, can you imagine in your breath taking the tension out of those hips? All the way up on that breath. It's like you're dragging the energy up, and then as you exhale, you're letting it melt into the earth. Feel the hips soften with each exhalation. And then roll the spine up. I want you to continue to walk clear over to your right hip, all the way over, twisting gently, as far over as you can. Keep moving all the way out over that hip. And then walk right back to the center. I'm going to bring my foot back a little bit, curl the back toe under. Plant your hands, lift up onto that back foot, and then come up into downward dog, or just come up to your knees, it's okay. Come into downward dog, right here, my hips are high, and I can stay low like this, or I can go right into downward dog, like this. Take a nice deep breath in, and a long exhalation out. Take your left foot, lift it up to the sky. Circle the ankle. Again, make sure you're comfortable. You do not have to be in downward dog. I could be here on my elbow and on my knee as I circle this foot. Reverse that circle. I want you to be comfortable in your body, comfortable. On the next breath, swing that knee to the chest, lift it up to the sky. In and up. In and up. Let that breath flow. Now swing that leg all the way through to a pigeon pose. Drop down. Now I'm going to sit down into my left hip this time. I'm going to bring that foot level with my knee. So my knee and my ankle are level. Whether I sit deep into that hip or up, I need this leg to be level so that it protects that knee. And then I want you to walk your hands as square as you can, and then shift your ribs back and forth. Shift, shift. Let that energy move back and forth. Ah, breathe long and deep. And then, as you can, you might need to bring that pillow or something high in front of you. I want you to start to walk your hands, elbows in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let your head go, let your shoulders go, let your body completely surrender into this pigeon pose. Let the breath flow long and deep. Try to relax your head if you can. Make a point to let your head completely rest. And then on the next breath, come up. Walk your hands clear over that left hip. Try to pull as far over into a twist as you can. Try to keep your back legs straight as you do this. Ah, nice twist. Now I'm just going to put all that weight into my hands, lifting the bottom leg, come all the way in the front, bring the soles of your feet together, and rock your energy back and forth. Rock it. And then on the next breath, I'm just going to reach those legs off to the side and rock myself forward and back. So my legs can be as wide as I choose to or as close as I need them to be. If I can, I'm going to reach out to my toes. If not, I have a belt or I have pants. Pants are long enough to do this. I can put my pants and then hold on to the legs of those pants as I rock forward into the open thigh stretch. So choose where you want to be as you rock forward. Take a deep inhalation, a long exhalation. If you need to, sit on the blanket behind your hips to help pull your body forward so that you can come easier into this pose. Now I'm going to come and roll the spine up, lifting my hands all the way tall. Breathe, point, and flex your feet. Point with power, flex with strength. Again, point and flex, point and flex. Swing the left hand across, capture it. Draw that shoulder scapula all the way across the body. I want you to start to lean forward and back. I pull the shoulder down as though I could touch my thigh. My whole shoulder body drops down as though I could just tuck the elbow down into my thigh and rest my body. Again, listen to your back. If your back isn't like this or your shoulder is really extremely tight, don't go so far down. You choose that energy. And then I'm going to take and unfold that left hand and reach it all the way over and stretch, trying to keep the arm behind my ear, opening up my rib and breathing long and deep. Let that breath flow. Now I'm going to swing the arm down to the left, the right, and then swing over and up, circling all the way around the body. All the way around. Now, if your shoulders hurt, make sure you keep your elbows bent. I need you to be aware of your joints, and that's just really my goal, is for each of you to be where you can comfortably in your own body. Just moving, because it's important to move. That's the most important thing, is to keep moving. And relax that energy. We're going to take the right arm across, left hand captures, and I'm going to pull all the way clear to the left side. It's just a gentle rocking. Then I'm going to start to drop down in a gentle twisting motion. Down. Try to keep your other leg solid on the earth. So this bottom leg, this right leg, doesn't shift off like this. It stays rooted down into the earth. So do my hips, left and right hip. And then I'm going to hold it down, unfold, lift it all the way over and stretch. Let your body open each rib to the sky and lean out just as far as you feel comfortable in your skin. And then I'm going to start to circle all the way down to the left and roll to the right. My hands come behind me. Make sure that those shoulders are rotating, whether they're bent, whether they're really bent. I still need to feel that rotation in my whole upper body. Let it go. 2 more. 1 more. Now I'm going to just come to the center. All the way, flexing my feet. I'm going to let my hands just relax, let the shoulders relax. In fact, just shake, 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 shake those shoulders. And pause here and breathe. Now, can you rotate your feet back, not forward, but back, all the way? I'm going to have you take a deep breath in. Exhale your air. Melt deeper into the pose. And then wherever your fingers are, wherever they are, I want you to walk them just a little bit further. You can do it. Just take a deep breath in. Exhale, pause, relax into this pose. Now, I know that you can. I want you to take that deeper breath in and walk your fingers out just a little bit further in front of you. You can do it. Pause, hold it there like you're rooting those fingers into the earth. Breathe in. Exhale. Relax that energy. And then slide your body up. Slide it up. Slide it up. Roll those shoulders back. Just roll them back. Can you interlock your hands behind your back? Take a deep breath in. All the way, lift that chest up. Draw the scapula together. Pull up taller. Now I'm going to twist to the left or the right and pull my arms to the left. And I'm going to go to the left, pull my arms to the right. And relax at the shoulders again. Roll back. Roll back. Can you bring your feet together? Just like plop them together. Plop, 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 plop. And kind of loosen up those legs. Just loosen and loosen, loosen, loosen. Plop and plop and plop and plop. Now, if you have your belt, please grab it. We're going to use it as we come to our side. We're going to roll all the way down, drawing the knees right into the chest. If you not want to put your head on the blanket, have that blanket right underneath your neck. Circle those legs around. And reverse that circle. Wonderful release for that back, especially sitting tall like that. Your back has a tendency to, really get tight. And then I'm going to plant my right foot down, my left foot down. Hands down, facing the earth. I want to tilt the pelvic bone up to the sky, but drop the low back deep into the earth. Then tilt the pelvic bone down to the earth and feel the back arch off the earth. Tilt up and tilt down. Tilt up with breath. Exhale down to the earth. Breathe in and exhale down. Bring your hands up, interlock your hands, and with a very straight arm, I want you to roll those arms around your shoulder scapula, feeling the scapula loosening up. Try to keep your arms straight. They will bend slightly, don't worry about it. And reverse that energy. The most important thing is to feel the rotation around the shoulders. Feel your back moving from one side to the other. Now I want you to bring both legs to the left side. So it's going to be right to the left, all the way down to the earth. I want you to open up your right arm and look behind you. Let your whole body reach out into a twist. Let the belly sink deeper to the spine and move clear over to the right rib. Take that nicer, deeper breath in and out. Feel that armpit, that arm, the chest stretching. Now this bottom hand, the left hand, I'm going to capture it with my right hand. I'm going to circle it all the way around, feeling my body rolling deep into that shoulder, deep into that whole scapula, rolling, pulling that whole arm to the right and back to the left. Reverse that circle. Let it go. Feel that shoulder stretching, that scapula. And then relax that energy, relax. Take your right leg, pull it up, left leg comes up, capture the knees. Circle those legs in opposite directions. And then bring both legs to the other side, to the right side, as I open up my left arm and look to the left. I just want to relax my body. Pull the belly deeper to your spine and move it to your left rib. Let that left rib move out and down to the earth. Let your shoulder just follow the energy starting from the dantian, the belly, all the way out. Breathe long and deep. Now I'm going to take this left hand, I'm going to come and capture the right arm, and then I'm going to circle around. It's the arm that's on the earth. It's that shoulder that's connected into the earth. You want to feel that pull across that whole shoulder, scapula. Reverse that energy. And then release that energy. Bring that left leg up, right leg follows. Capture it. I want you to tuck your chin into your chest for a moment and just kind of rock into that low back, getting that low back to really loosen up. So I'm just in my lumbar spine, that's it. I'm not trying to go into a full rock. I just want to feel that low back connecting and releasing, and releasing. Then I'm going to plop my feet down to the earth. Taking my strap, I'm going to put it on my left foot. And then I'm going to rock that leg towards my chest, just towards my chest, trying to keep my sacrum, my tailbone, rooted down into the earth. So notice I'm not rocking into my upper back. My upper body is very still. This energy comes from the hip and ball joint as I rock that energy towards the chest. Notice I've just kept my right leg slightly bent. I'm not stretching it out. I really want to relax that energy. So on the next breath, I'm going to drop this leg and bend the knee. So drop the leg and bend the knee. I hold the strap, then I capture the strap. Drop and bend. Try to get deeper into that hip. Once I bend that knee, I'm also stretching a little bit into that hamstring, just the upper part of that hamstring. 2 more. 1 more. And then I'm going to stretch that leg out. Now I have a choice to keep this leg bent or to stretch that leg out. If I do stretch my right leg out, I want it to root deep into the earth. I don't want it to be loose, but powerful. I'm going to circle my ankle. Circle the ankle. And reverse that circle. And then I want to circle my leg. Tiny circles, nothing big, nothing grand. Tiny circles. And then reverse that tiny circle. And then if you feel comfortable in your hips, your inner thigh, can you make that circle a little bigger all the way around? Notice again, I just let that hip relax. I capture and help pull the leg up. Let go of the hand and then help capture it. Let it circle. And reverse that circle. Transfer the belt to the other hand, maybe on the reverse if you want. You can always help up with the other hand, let it help. And then hold that leg up. We're going to bring it all the way across the belly button. This is such a wonderful stretch. My leg is straight, but I have the strap in my right hand so that it supports how much I drop this leg to the earth. It can hover off the earth. It can be anywhere you choose it to be. Let the hip be straight and strong. Feel the hip crossing over and towards the earth. Then if you can, open up your left arm and look to the left. This is star stretch. You want to open up those limbs. Let yourself breathe long and deep. And then as I come up, I'm just going to bend the knee, slide my other leg up, place it over my thigh, the left ankle. I'm going to open my palms and I am going to twist gently side to side, but I am aware how far I let my legs drop to the earth. Especially if I have a back issue, I need to keep my legs a little higher up. But if I don't, and I feel like I want to, I go all the way to the earth as far as I feel comfortable. Notice that each side that you move to is a different stretch. As I move to the right, I feel my whole lumbar spine hip opening. But when I come to the left, I feel this whole top quad stretching. Be mindful of your knees, of your hips, and of your back. Don't go any further than you are willing to feel those joints safely move into the pose. And this is a journey, so take your time. I'm not counting. There's no count. There's just being aware of the experience in your body. Each side has a different energy, a different experience. And then come up. We're going to capture the inside of the right thigh or the shin or underneath the knee and the calf, which I like to do because it gives me more stretch in this hip. I draw the knee and the ankle equal to my chest, and I'm going to rock that energy. It's such a great way to loosen up your low back and your a very tight hip flexor, and so as stretching that energy. And then take that leg and just plop it to the floor, unfold the other leg, and let's put the strap on the right foot. Lift it all the way up. I'm going to keep my other leg just casual, slightly bent. I'm going to rock this leg towards my chest, trying to keep my sacrum rooted deep into the earth. Try to keep that back neutral as you rock this leg back and forth. Now I'm going to let that hip drop all the way down and capture the belt to help lift that leg up, down and up. Make sure your chin is down, that you're not throwing that chin up. So again, if you need that blanket, I want you to put it right here on the occipital lobe, so it drops that chin down towards the chest. And when if I put my head back on the earth, I keep that chin down. It's never up here. It's down and elongated. The whole crown of my head is reached out. And then we're going to hold that leg up in the air, circling the ankle, just the ankle, exaggerating that energy. And reverse that circle. And then start to circle the leg. I'm going to bring my other leg stretched out. You can keep it bent. It's your choice to stretch or to keep it bent. Tiny circle. Really listen to that inner thigh, outer thigh. Try to keep your leg as straight as you can. Reverse that circle. Now I'm going to go a little deeper in these circles, but that's a choice that I'm going to make as I circle all the way around. I'm mindful of the hip, the inner thigh, and the outer thigh. I want to be very mindful of those hips and not go further than my body's telling me to go. Reverse that circle. Go the other way. If you want to use your other hand, you can. Any hand is fine. Any hand is fine, as long as it feels comfortable for you. And then I'm going to transfer the belt to my left hand, bringing that leg all the way across the belly. Let that whole hip stretch. Drop the leg any amount to the earth. It doesn't matter how far you go to that floor, as long as you keep this leg straight, using this whole hip to stretch. Then I'm going to open up my other hand and face the wall behind me. Try to let your body completely rest. Just let it find, I try to find a balance between my shoulder opening up, my arm, and my hip and my low back. I find a balance of energy. And then I let that breath flow longer than each breath before it. And exhale longer and deeper. And then bend that leg, come all the way up, slide your other leg up, release the belt. I'm going to take and open my palms and then twist literally side to side, lifting my toes off the earth, letting my foot pivot with my heel, following the same angle as my knee. The bottom foot is not rooted down, it actually moves. And I stop and pause anywhere that I feel I need that awareness, that attention. It could be my low back, it could be that quad. But I do listen to each side